Almost.
You know what got me? You know what got me for real?
Yeah.
Asked me, you know how they put up the little thing, well, are you sure you want to share audio? Like something that they don't typically ask.
Oh, okay.
And
Gotcha.
it got me. Let's check these mics. Mic check, mic check. Mine's not.
No, yours isn't.
I'm good now.
Yeah, yeah. How about me?
Building, tapping in bright and early. Make sure that as you're joining, you're liking, hit that like button. Hit that like button. That's going to help you. We got the Beanie Gang on today. Air was feeling crazy today. I said, you know what? I said I care. But I said, you know what? Let me throw the beanie on.
Yeah, I'll keep a beanie on the
Let
hip.
me throw the beanie on. Matter of fact, let me get right. I ain't like how it's looking.
How was the you like that joint where it look like perp shit?
Yeah.
Okay. How's my shit going through?
Yeah, you good. Tap it. Nope. Nah, you're not good. You're not good. You are not good. Shout out to everybody tapping in early. We got Finn in the building. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. The Honorable Marcus Aurelius. Love all life. Love all what life throws your way and what is fated for you. What more would you want? What more would you want? What better place would you rather be in than exactly where you are right now, with the breath in your lungs, with the muscles you got on your body, the ability to make whatever happens in this world that you want to happen? What better place could you have arrived in? Glay?
I'm good now?
You good now. You good.
All right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we on.
Got Abu Han in the building bright and early.
AB.
You can't love that.
Abu Han, my guy. Abu Han.
Shout out to Samira tapping in. Good morning, Finn and Abu Han. Morning, Samira. We spreading love. This the family. This the family.
If I saw Antonis is there.
Trump over here across the pond. Oh, that grass sometimes greener on the other side, brother. Brother Dave. I don't know. I thought we lost you on the last one. Oh man, everybody's showing. I love when the chat, man, and show some love. Shout out to Critical in the building. Let's see what we got. What else we got? Abu Han said, "Hey, Critical's back." I don't know for how long, because we may have a couple nicknames. I don't know. But shout out to Critical. While he's here, we will enjoy him. Pray my blood work comes back to good today, y'all. I've been stressing it. Last time I got my blood work done, my liver counts were good, but my cholesterol was still elevated. I've been putting in the work. Yeah, shout out to you. I just actually got some blood work done, man. It definitely is stressful. Like, even if you think you healthy, like, you do some blood work. I delayed looking at the results. I realized, like, yo, I got these results like last week. Why haven't I looked at them? With that. Clear. We good. Shout out to Big Bro Steve in the building.
What's
morning,
up,
y'all. It's
Steve?
going to be a great day. Yes, it is. I see Antonis. What's up, sis?
Antonis, it's been a minute. What's up, girl?
Good morning, gang. Shout out to Caleb in the building. Good morning, gang.
Caleb, Rachel.
The whole fam in here. Yo, this is really a family, man. Come on, Glay. I see Phyllis. Where's Phyllis at?
Phyllis, 5 a.m.
I see Phyllis tapping in bright and early from San Diego.
5 a.m.
Sapphire
Phyllis
tapping in from Michigan.
Oh, what's up, Sapphire? That's a new one. I feel like I ain't
Michigan.
seen it.
Yes, it's the Beanie Bros, man. Let's see. Critical said, so let's see what words of wisdom Nick's girl got for us today. Critical, the jokes. Let the jokes come. Let the jokes come from the 55-year-old scared to tell us what's wrong with Nick Fuentes. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. The jokes can come back both ways, right? Like, we allowed to reciprocate, I guess. Here go Critical.
Oh, Anthony says she be here. She just don't be typing because she be at work. Oh, okay. My bad. But try to squeeze us a little something so we know you in this thing.
Trump was over there would just mean more money for Israel. Critical. This is the critical challenge of the day. What's your solutions, bro? Because now you got me on one. Because the jokes, like I actually was thinking about Critical earlier, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to be nice to Critical. Make sure Critical's all good for today. Make sure Critical. My challenge is to make sure Critical could stay on the show today. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to follow through with that challenge, but we will see. We will see. We will see. Critical, one of them chat ninjas. That's what Critical is, but it's all good. I'm gonna go. Yeah. All right, what we got today, Glay? You got any follow-ups from yesterday? We did the live show at 9:00 last night. That was dope. Where we had, well, I don't know if it was dope, but it was dope for us to collaborate and build with the people as we watch. What did
Nick
we watch?
Fuentes.
No, we didn't watch. Nah, stop playing. We watched Donald
So
Trump.
when I troll, it's not funny. Okay.
We dropped. What did we watch? Donald Trump's. What would you describe that as? I mean, of course, it's the address to the nation. But what would you describe it as?
It's only the address of the nation. If I had one word, or what you giving me here? What are my options?
Maybe we should give him a grade. What grade you give Donald Trump last night for his address?
We including minuses and pluses or not?
Come on, bro. Now you're doing too much. Just give him a grade. You whatever you want to give him, you give him.
You give him a grade first.
Nah, I gotta give him a grade.
Let me get a second.
I thought it was. I give him a C minus. I give Trump a C minus for last night. I don't like Trump when he's just reading a speech, going through it extra fast. It doesn't come across confidence. There was a lot of blaming in there when you're blaming Joe Biden. I mean, even when you look at how he started off the speech, the first line was like, yeah, I inherited a mess. It's like, oh, man. Like,
I'm going to give him 2 grades then that after you said that.
But so that, not necessarily taking any accountability. I think a C minus is actually favorable when I start to actually list all these things, but not taking any accountability with anything. Like, it just wasn't giving off leader vibes. It was giving off spoiled kid, bratty vibes. You talked about a few wins that we still got to go back and fact check. You talked about the tariffs. You talked about the way he spoke on the economy. It's like the people, everything's all good. Prices are down. Gas is down. This is down. And the tariffs are working. He threw some fake promise out there. Or I shouldn't say fake promise out there. I didn't even understand what it was. Like, he gave the military some money or something. Like, it's like when a speech, when somebody's trying to throw out there some money, not offer any accountability. I damn near started thinking I was watching a Democrat. Like, I thought I was watching a Democratic speech. Jokes. But I give him a C minus. I give him a C minus. It was
I'm gonna give him an F.
Uneventful. Oh, go ahead.
F.
An F?
It was too many lies and they were coming too fast. It wasn't even like Obama in the sense where it's like I felt like you were addressing the nation. I felt like he was addressing himself. I didn't even feel like I don't think it was address the nation. It was address Trump. And to reiterate the things that he wants to do, but may not have done. And the lies were just the lies were coming so fast. The way he was throwing numbers, and then the way he stepped on your man's, he one of a kind for this shit.
Why did Samira say, OG, get off the Trump train already? Do I sound like I'm on the Trump train? Did you think that?
Oh, the C, maybe they thought the C was hit, was too good of a grade.
I feel like I was one of the first off this Trump train. I've been criticizing Trump since before you were tapping into the show, Samira. Like, I felt like I've been off the Trump train. But an F. See, and Glay, I got to put you on the spot now because you said he lied a lot.
Yeah, that's why I gave him an F.
All right, what did you feel like he was lying about?
Just like the data, the numbers, just throwing that stuff out there. And then after listening to you reiterate, you ain't done that stuff. Even if I didn't know.
Yeah.
You were the confirmation for me to know.
Don't give me don't be getting no grade bringing me.
Why I can't watch him and then listen to you who knows clearly what he has and has not done and be like, oh, my man said he lying, so I'm gonna say that.
But I didn't say he was lying.
No, you didn't say he was lying about some things. You did say he was lying.
Just to be clear, I said I got to fact check a lot of the numbers that he's throwing out there regarding like gas being down, or he said something was down since March. I got to fact check a lot of this stuff. Like, I don't know, but and I wrote down a lot of the stuff. I just feel like I'll be real. I think it was a case of Candace. It was a case of over delivering. It was a case of him making himself look so big, like he was going to accomplish so many different things that he set himself up for this. Because when I look back and I really think about what was important for me when I was voting, and I was thinking about this over the last night, and even when we had the conversation yesterday, the main thing why people are upset with him is because of Israel.
That definitely deserves an F then.
An F? So do you give any president a passing grade?
No.
So to you, okay, I understand.
So he can join the club.
I understand from that standpoint.
But and also it's like he didn't address it. Remember, we talked about you stepped on your man's on the way into the addressing. Then you didn't address the things that you know cats want addressed. Then you threw a lot of stats at cats. It's like we would have, like you said, we would have appreciated you addressing the things that you weren't able to complete and taking a full ownership and accountability than to come in there firing about what you did, X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Then you flew through it. So I don't know if you practiced. So this must have been the first year they used the teleprompter, because I ain't never seen somebody feel like speed through that. If we didn't extend the conversation and dialogue about deeper meanings of a lot of these things that you were explaining to me, that pod we did yesterday would have been 25 minutes. Didn't feel like he was addressing nothing or nothing. He wasn't addressing the people. And you said there were a lot of opportunities there to address the things that the people had the voice. He knows those things. He spends plenty of time on Twitter. He got plenty of time to comment on the actor in California, but you ain't have no time to explain the thing that you know is floating around. You ain't want to address none of the things, especially across the pond.
And that's why he gets the average score, slightly below.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what the average politician does.
I got you. Well,
and I'm gonna ask Abuhan. Yeah. I'm gonna ask Abuhan because I think Trump set himself up to get this low grade. So I'm definitely not mad at your grade. But I just want a little bit more clarity. Like even with Abuhan, tell me what he lied about. I saw somebody else write in the chat that he was lying about, or South Dakota wrote it was a case of all lies, full stop. That wasn't if it was all lies, please correct it. Like tell me where it was all lies, because I may be missing some of these lies. And if so, then I'll drop his grade. But I didn't see it as a lying necessarily. I saw it as when I got halfway through that speech, I looked up and I was just wondering, like, yo, what exactly did he say? Like, what's going on here? Like, I just felt like I was here, I was conscious, I was listening, I heard the tone, I heard everything, but I have no idea what he said. So maybe it was just, yeah. I thought it was underperformed. It was underwhelming. It wasn't the Trump that I think a lot of people have been used to, either if you hate him or if you love him. I just think that it wasn't. It was a very mid Trump. I just don't like leaders not taking accountability, playing the blame game. That's always going to stand out for me. So maybe it is a little bit lower than the C-. I don't know. But Abuhan. Oh, see, this is what happens. I didn't say he lied. I just can't stand his being. And this is the point that I was trying to make. I don't think that it's about necessarily like with Trump. It's people look at Trump and just don't trust him anymore. I think he's no longer a trusted person. So everything that he does moving forward is just going to be questioned in a certain way. He throws out any numbers, and you're right, BK. We're going to assume that it's a lot based on what he's delivered on in the past, he throws out certain things. We're gonna look at it and be like, bro, that sounds like some BS. It sounds like it's a lie. Ultimately, what I think is that people just have a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to Donald Trump and his relationship with Israel, because no matter what he does, we still feel like we're being bullied, controlled, and manipulated by a foreign country. And it's going to be very hard to feel good about life, to feel good about America, when you feel like a country the size of the great state of New Jersey is controlling America and not putting America's interests at heart. I just don't think that people trust Trump anymore. I think that he has a significant trust issue, but I get what y'all saying. I definitely get what y'all saying. If I had to, I'd probably drop the grade. I can consider myself dropping the grade. Oh, Maya just came through. Hold on, Glay. Remember that photo that we were looking for before the show?
Oh, yeah. You got it?
We got it, man. Let me, maybe I'll let you do the honors, man. Hold on.
No, I'm not doing that. What?
You're not doing that one. Hold on. I got to show y'all something, man. I got to show y'all something. Man. It is my mama's birthday today.
Let's go.
It's our mom's birthday, man.
Let's go.
Come on, man.
Happy birthday, Ma Duke.
Yeah, man. This is the coolest pic that I got of us. This is my favorite pic of us.
Where y'all at?
I think this is actually in Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, okay.
I think this up there in Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, special lady. I'm very blessed, very privileged. When I talk about, it's not just about having a 2-parent household. It's about having parents that really show you that they believe in you at a very young age. And definitely got to show mom some love, because it's different. Like, you get a different level of belief in yourself when your parents are willing to bet it all on you and allow you to bet it all on you. And that's what they've done my entire life. So that's definitely invaluable. Shout out to moms. Turning 50 is a big year. Turning 50 is a big year. So
dang, she young.
Yeah.
Holy, let's go.
Mom's 50. Mom's is 50. So she just said that she loves that picture.
Oh yeah, I got the text.
Nah, mom's not 50. Let me stop. Mom's is aging like fine wine. But yeah, we'll just leave it there. I'm gonna take her off the screen, because if I know her, she's probably like, all right, you can take the photo down now. You can take the photo. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all showing moms some birthday love. We're gonna have an amazing weekend celebrating you, and you deserve every bit of it. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So back to Trump.
Yeah, it's not his birthday.
Back to Trump, right? Somebody who my mom loves dearly, who she actually marched in some of Trump's rallies. Let me stop playing. Let me stop messing around. Let's get back to the show, because now people are gonna be talking crazy, and I can't have that.
I can't have that.
Somebody wrote, your mom's 50, bro. How old are you? I'm 38, bro. I'm 38. Yo, it was a miracle. You don't believe in miracles? Y'all really want to go down that path?
Oh, I'm not gonna tune into this dude.
Oh, now we don't believe in miracles, huh?
Nah. I'm not gonna tune into this guy. Y'all see what he on.
Let's move on. We got a few people that gave a response to, or I guess, yeah, we'll stay on Trump for now. Two videos that I want to. Oh, I thought I heard Maya laughing in the background. Oh, actually, Glay, it's not letting me pull up any videos. What's up with my screen? Hold on. All right, we'll have to do this then. All right, critical apologies. This is the only video that we got open. But BK, let me work in the back real quick. I'm gonna play this video. And then
So yeah,
not letting me share.
Most definitely. So yeah, my take on it was like, I just felt like, to an extent, guys that. And what are y'all's grades? A through F. Y'all drop y'all grades in the chat, because I kind of want to hear the heartbeat of what the community got going on. What was y'all's grade? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking?
Let's look at, while y'all doing that, let's look at how Nick and the Groypers responded.
Oh God. Damn, he quit.
And this is why everyone hates Trump now. This is why everyone hates Trump. Everyone hates this administration because it is a scam. It's not even a failure. It's not even an honest failure. It is a scam. We are not getting anything that we have been promised. Think about it. We were promised industrial policy, tariffs, subsidies. They backed down in 1 week. Remember Liberation Day, April 2nd, we're going to liberate ourselves from free trade. We're going to have tariffs on every country. They caved in 1 week and then said, oh, the whole time it was really just about China. Remember that? Another fake out. They said, we're declaring tariffs on every country in the world. And then when the bond market melted down, they said, never mind. It was really just a big trick. And what we always intended to do was to only have tariffs on China and nobody else. Trump always chickens out. Then he said, we're going to deploy the National Guard to Chicago and LA and Memphis and every major city, and we're going to bring law and order to the streets. Then they said, oh, actually, we can't do that. And if we deploy 200 National Guard, that's what we meant. And we're only doing it for 60 days. And it never happened. Trump always chickens out. He said mass deportations. We're going to get all these people back. We're going to deport everybody, the violent criminals first, and then everybody else. 300,000 deportations for the year. He always chickens out. Every single thing is a catastrophe. And instead of just being honest about the state of things, instead of actually just recommitting to doing these things that were promised, we get excuses. They just fucking lie. And Trump gets up in a primetime address like he did every week in the first term and said, actually, everything's really going great. And it's like we just live in two different worlds now.
I wanted to pause it there because there was that, remember that point in the speech where Trump was like, yo, America's the hottest, everybody in the world knows America's the hottest spot right now. And meanwhile, we in America like, bro, you really gonna gas this up like this?
The club ain't that
like
popular.
We're here, we live here, we know that. and I don't even think he realizes how that came across. And I didn't even realize. So when we first were talking about it yesterday, imagine how this lands. Why does the rest of the world think highly or think better about America than actually Americans do? And that's kind of like the whole problem. Like that's when Trump is talking about bringing in all these people from outside the country, we've talked about this all the time, where it's like the American dream seems to only be meant for non-Americans. That's what the American dream seems to be. Meanwhile, actual Americans are sitting here like, nah, this ain't it. Like, this is not it.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
You know what I mean? And now you're celebrating how we look to other countries. We've always looked like that to other countries. Yeah. America has always been the hottest spot to other countries. But the problem is, what about to Americans?
Yeah, that's a good point. I asked, when we asked the chat, the grade letters.
Now y'all, come on, bro. Nah, I'm not going to let y'all do this. Unc, you need to stop it right now, bro. The greatest liar to ever sit in that office. Really? That's where we going? See, the mob is fickle, bro. The mob is fickle, man. Come on now. The greatest liar I keep telling y'all, tell me what lie. Nobody has told me one lie. Y'all keep in the chat telling me all these lies. Tell me where he lied, and I'll accept it.
What I like about that's a good point. Like from the outside, and obviously, it's gonna take a lot to like. Things are always like that, right? Just like the guy in the chat earlier, like things on the other side, the grass always seems like it may be green on the other side. But what specifically changes this direction is when you're saying, hold up, the American people ain't feeling that. Like the Americans aren't saying that. Mm-hmm. And that's where you have to start listening and taking the pulse to the population and say, okay, like, are we truly moving in a sense where the American people are, America is first? And we've constantly seen things that show it's big pharma first, it's big companies first, it's it's foreign lobbyists first. It just seems as if everything is first, and then it almost seems it gets to a point in time where it's the president first and lacing his pockets, and we've seen multiple presidents do that, and then now we're here. So it's just unfortunate. Like, we're more focused on marketing, or maybe we're holding on to an old tradition that might have been once true in the past. But it's definitely some changes that got to be made if we want to keep that title of the best country in the world. We're not just going to be able to just scream it or yell it or consistently push it on people, and hopefully that makes people believe it. There going to have to be some things that you're going to have to turn down that may not be in the best interest of them personally in the White House, or, in politics in general. And that may look better to the people, but until they're willing to do that, and especially publicly, it's going to be difficult for us to get rally behind, what he's stating.
What, Trump specifically, or are you saying politicians?
What Trump saying? Well, by saying this is the best ever.
Yeah. He set himself up for this, so he's got to eat this one. He set himself up for this, right? He set himself up for this in every way possible. You talk a big game. You typically come across as the non-politician politician. So therefore, when we see you reading an entire speech, like me, I'm looking at your posture, like how you're standing, like the tone of your speech. Did he look like he was commanding the room? Like, when you're really commanding the room, you're not trying to speed through a speech. Trying to take your time, you know what I mean? Like, play off the crowd, even though there's no crowd. You acting like there's a crowd. You knowing what the people going to react, like how they're going to react at home. All these different things. That's to me what stuck out.
Yeah,
but I hear y'all.
He definitely does better with a crowd, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hear y'all. But it's just when we start saying that he's told more lies than any other president, like I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. And this is the problem with a lot of it. Like, a lot of this stuff is short-lived, and a lot of it does come down to how you express yourself. For example, you mentioned Barack Obama earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gifted orator. Barack Obama is going to get up and do that state of address, and he's going to make people feel better about life. Mm-hmm. I think that's what his presidency was.
Mm-hmm.
However, he's also going to drop drones on a whole lot of people. But our distaste for Trump, where we'll look at, oh my God, he killed a fishing boat. They destroyed a fishing boat. But we don't like Trump right now. So therefore, we're looking at him in a different way. And that's one of the things that Unc mentioned, compared to Barack Obama, who's going to get up on TV, smile for us. Meanwhile, they're dropping bombs all over the Middle East. But we're just looking at it in a different way. Barack Obama, the last time I checked, did Donald Trump get on TV and take a fake sip of a glass of water to convince a whole community that the drinking water that they had, which was terrible for them, was safe to drink? But you see, it's about how people appeal, and that's what a lot of this political stuff is. And I think Abuhan hit it on the head. It was more seen as a betrayal. See, Trump, we had put more of an investment in Trump. So therefore, we expected a greater return. Like, if you watch a football game with somebody in neither team, you don't like either team, you don't have as much emotionally invested into it as if it's your team. Like, people fought for Trump. So now it's like the things that he's doing, we feel betrayed. We feel betrayed. So Quee said it's more misleading more than lies. I could see that. It's him trying to sell us on a product that typically we've bought into all his sales tactics and stuff like that. And you could tell, like, his sales strategy, it's no longer hitting anymore, bro. Like, the people don't believe you. Like, low key, we never believed in the product. We were just rocking with you. And we excused the, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think a lot of people are now like, damn, I don't even believe in the person anymore representing the brand. Mm-hmm. Like, now I'm definitely not using that product. But it's interesting. Either way, like, in my mind, I don't think that there's anything that he can do right now unless he stands up to Israel, and the American people see that, because it's just too much. Like, there's too much. Like, y'all didn't even mention the Epstein files. That's one of the things that I definitely would have brought up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those things where he just looks like terrible to the world, and it looks like another influence of Israel not wanting those things to come out, and it's just another situation where it seems like our government's being controlled. But I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. And pure, oh my God, hold on. Pure Vita, you get the point that I'm making. I know that there were people in the fishing boat. I wasn't trying to downplay the actual fishing boat, but what I am trying to say is that us reacting to Donald Trump and what he did with Venezuela, but not acting as if Barack Obama wasn't dropping, like at the time, I think Barack Obama dropped more drones than any president before. Like, so what I'm saying is that our appeal for somebody largely determines what scale and how we grade them on that moving curve. When we really like somebody, we tend to grade them in a higher way. But when we feel betrayed, when we feel like somebody is not who they said that they were or presenting themselves as, then we always look at them as having their glass half full, rather than half empty rather than half full. But yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all on this. Let's finish this video off, and then we'll get on to the next one.
We live in two different worlds with MAGA supporters, with Trump supporters. In the minds of Trump supporters, 3 million people have been deported, and Trump has ended 8 wars, and inflation is actually down. And that is what they believe. Even though the war in Ukraine is going on, they will confidently tell you, but Trump ended 8 wars. And what they're referring to is the war between Thailand and Cambodia, not making that up. The war between Rwanda and Congo, not making that up. The skirmish between India and Pakistan. In reality, where we live, the Ukraine war, the actual war, that's still going on. The peace in Gaza, that's falling apart and will probably restart anytime soon. But Trump supporters will say, no, but he ended 8 different wars. How much do you want him to do? It's like, I think we elected him to end the war in Ukraine, not the one in Cambodia, actually.
All right. Glad, what you think?
Yeah, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing what he's saying.
Yeah, it's more of what we've already discussed. It's more of what we've already discussed. Yeah, it's more of what we already discussed. So this is what Thomas Massey had to say. Actually, let's go this direction first. I think we got to post it. Oh my, this is does it have Trump on here, or is this just okay? All right. Okay, so I want to bring y'all attention to this first post. So the first post is, hold on, I'm gonna bring up all these posts back to back. So this is what a few people were talking about regarding Venezuela. So the second post, Maya, is Donald Trump, right? I'm looking at Trump. All right, so let's go through the first post with Stephen Miller. Can you guys see this on the screen?
Yeah.
All right. So Donald Trump wrote, Venezuela is completely surrounded by the largest armada ever assembled in the history of South America. It will only get bigger, and the shock to them will be like nothing they have ever seen before. Until such time as they return to the United States of America, all of the oil. Yo, this is some real colonizer type stuff, bro. This is really some colonizer type stuff, bro. Are you reading this?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Yo, my man said, until such time as they return to the United States of America, all of the oil, land, and other assets that they previously stole from us. The illegitimate Maduro regime is using oil from these stolen oil fields to finance themselves, drug terrorism, human trafficking, murder, and kidnapping. For the theft of our assets and many other reasons, including terrorism, drug smuggling, and human trafficking, the Venezuelan regime has been designated a foreign terrorist organization. Therefore, today we got some context coming in.
The only Venezuela were set up by Exxon and Chevron.
Correct.
Okay.
So a lot of people are saying because the oil systems, like you said, Maya, were set up by American businesses, Exxon, Chevron, yeah. I did hear that, but I'm glad that you clarified it. For the theft of our assets and Venezuela, a foreign terrorist organization. Therefore, today I am ordering a total and complete blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers going into and out of Venezuela. The illegal aliens and criminals that the Maduro regime has sent into the United States during the weak and inept Biden administration are being returned to Venezuela at a rapid pace. Let me read. The illegal aliens and criminals that the Maduro, America will not allow criminals, terrorists, or other countries to rob, threaten, or harm our nation. Likewise, will not allow a hostile regime to take our oil, land. What does land have to do with it? Or any other assets, all of which must be returned. Return our land to the United States immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh my God. So Stephen Miller wrote, American sweat, ingenuity, and toil created the oil industry in Venezuela. Its tyrannical expropriation was the largest recorded theft of American wealth and property. These pillaged assets were then used to fund terrorism and flood our streets with killers, mercenaries, and drugs. Bro, I'm about to chat GPT. Matter of fact, somebody help me with the chat GPT. We got to figure this out. Why does hold on. Go ahead, Glay. Go ahead, Glay.
Wow. I mean, I saw somebody in the comments hit, where's that energy towards Israel?
So Israel's our greatest ally, so it's different.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We got to know this. What we got? Is he and would be the reason about Lie's nephew? He actually said that they stole. My question, Samir, my question is, how the fuck did they steal it from us if it ain't even in our fucking country?
Yo, what it sounds like to me, and I'm doing a little bit more research in the back, because I want to clarify some of this stuff. But what it sounds like to me is that Maduro, the president of Venezuela, is putting Venezuela first, and I think Venezuela first is the mindset and the culture that Maduro is adopting in Venezuela, and Donald Trump just doesn't understand it. Like, let's say that America had some involvement. We know that, or I don't know if we know this, but I would say, go ahead.
The American businesses started the oil production, right?
Right.
And then Hugo Chavez, who was the president before Maduro,
Right.
socialized the country and kicked.
We got some fact checkers.
Kicked the American countries out.
Right.
And when they kicked the American countries out, then they started subsidizing and utilizing the oil for themselves. And then Chavez, I think Chavez might have been murdered. I don't remember.
So they kicked America out.
Yes, and then when Maduro took over after Chavez, it's remained that way.
Yeah.
But now Trump and probably his buddies want to go back in.
So this is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like America was extorting Venezuela, like we do with a lot of countries and their natural resources, making deals that were extremely favorable to America, but that take advantage of the country that actually has the resources. And then they finally got a president like Donald Trump will come in and be like, nah, that's over. Like, I don't care if Biden allowed y'all to get away with this. This is over. And that's what Maduro sounds like he's on, or the president before that sounded like he was on. Chavez and Maduro, that's what they were on. Like, bro, we don't care. Like, this is not a fair deal. Yeah. So therefore, they moved and did what was in Venezuela's interest. So America feels like, nah, like we've been extorting y'all for how long, and now you think that you're stealing money from us.
You're gonna rise up.
That's how it comes across to me. I may not, I'm sure somebody can give me some clarity, but yeah, this is yeah, and the sanctions played a part too, right? Like, I know the sanctions, there were some things, matter of fact, it says that
that Trump just imposed, or there were sanctions before? There probably were.
Well, I think that Biden eased up on I think a lot of the sanctions.
That makes sense. The U.S. government didn't like Chavez, so
yeah. Yeah, and the fact that this is so confusing, like this can only be confusing when you're getting extorted and when you're comfortable extorting people, because this should be very simple. It's like, wait, hold on, whose oil is it? all right, is their oil. All right, they determine what they want to do with it.
Right, facts.
You know what I mean? Now I understand that you can have contracts with different countries, so this may be an instance where I'm looking a little bit unfair regarding Trump. But it just sounds. This is just what it sounds like to me without diving into it too deep. But maybe it comes off a little bit different to others. What's the chat looking like?
Mixed reviews, or not mixed reviews, but Abu Han saying, or maybe it was a critical saying, now people are gonna starve and ultimately be in a war because of this. Lives are gonna be obviously tampered with. We fucking up the deal for China now. What was it? Get that lady a cam. Dog, everybody don't want a camera in their face, y'all. Relax. The oil was promised.
Finn talking about Maya.
Yeah. Like, you act like everybody just want to stand in front of a camera at 8 o'clock in the morning. The oil was promised to Trump 3,000 years ago.
Yo, Finn was just trying to show some love, Glay. Damn, Glay.
The oil was promised to Trump 3,000 years ago.
Hey, that may be the one. Yo, Abu Han said that oil was promised to Trump 3,000 years ago. It's in scripture. That's a little loud.
It must be in the book.
Yo, it must be. You said, "Hey, Mickey, like when I'm missing stuff." What'd you say?
I said, it must be in the book.
What book?
A book.
Oh, all right.
One of them. There's a lot of books out there, so it must be in one of these books, bro.
Oh my God, man. This is funny, bro. This is funny, man. All right, let's move on. What was the so the next one was the video. So I got the video of Trump. So it says, yo, look at Trump's face, bro. Oh man, look at Trump's face. All right, let's watch this.
It's a blockade. Not going to let anybody going through that shouldn't be going through. You remember they took all of our energy rights. They took all of our oil from not that long ago, and we want it back. But they took it. They illegally took it.
Yeah, we want our oil back, man.
Yo,
you know what this reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask y'all a question. When a country, let's say a country makes a deal with another country, and I'm not saying that this is the case with this particular situation, but it reminds me of like Russia and the whole conversation around when it was the USSR, or I'm sorry, the Soviet Union, whatever. I'm a little bit, I haven't brushed up on those details yet, but this is what it reminds me of. With the whole Russia-Ukraine situation, when the Soviet Union made a deal with America that they didn't want any of, like, NATO would no longer, wouldn't move, I guess that would be east towards and be on Russia's border. And then Ukraine, it was rumored or allegedly they were getting ready to join NATO. And Putin's like, nah, we had a deal in place. Like, I wonder how a lot of these older deals factor into a lot of these new conflicts and how people feel that they need to either follow the deal, honor the deal, or somebody can just get up there and just say like, nah, like we're ending it. Like, doesn't matter what you did in the past, we're ending it now, moving forward. So I'm always curious in that regard.
No, I agree.
Let me pull up this last post. So this is Maduro. This is his response to all of this that Trump, Stephen Miller, and others from Trump's administration have been saying. So we'll take a look at what his response is.
Hoy hablé con el secretario general de Naciones Unidas. Hablamos un rato largo y les puse plenamente lo que ha sido la escalada de agresiones y de amenazas. Y lo que ha sucedido el día de ayer y hoy, cuando el gobierno de los Estados Unidos dice que le pertenecen a ellos y que los venezolanos le robamos el petróleo. O sea, que el petróleo venezolano le pertenece a ellos. Que los minerales venezolanos, el oro y todos los minerales le pertenecen a ellos. Y lo que nunca habíamos escuchado que las tierras de Venezuela le pertenecen a ellos y se lo tenemos que devolver de manera inmediata. Sencillamente, es una pretensión guerrerista y colonialista.
Colonialist.
Y lo hemos dicho bastante y ya todo el mundo ve la verdad. La verdad ha sido develada. Se pretende en Venezuela un cambio de régimen para imponer un gobierno títere que no duraría ni 47 horas, que llegue a entregarle la Constitución, la soberanía y todas las riquezas y convierta a Venezuela en una colonia. Sencillamente eso no va a pasar. Nunca, jamás. Never, never in the life. Venezuela será colonia de nada, de nadie, jamás.
He's saying you ain't colonizing us, bro.
He ain't going for it. He ain't going for it. So what's this look like? What's this look like? Fast forward.
It looks like what Critical said earlier. That's what I'm disappointed in. That's the first thing that I think of. All the people that are going to die as a result of us going to war with Venezuela over what? You know, over what? It's just it makes me think of all these other instances where we were told, you know, something about leadership, whether it's Cuba or, you know, any other country that we've had these narratives told to us from a very young age. It just makes me question things. Like this is just how a lot of stuff going on now between Israel and Palestine has made me do a deeper dive. And I'm sure I know it's made you, because you and I, we've talked about this as far as like, yo, I didn't even know how Israel was created, but a lot of these things happening now, it made me look at it like, wait, what? This situation is going to make me go back and look like, damn, they were saying all this stuff about Castro. Let me learn a little bit more.
Yeah,
about
Fidel.
that.
Yeah, make you want to read up on
Learn a
Cuba.
little bit more
shit.
about some of these other leaders. I know there was one that came in to meet with Malcolm X when I forget who that one was. It was I always see him on was it Chet? No, I forget. I always see him on the T-shirts. But I remember like a lot of these people that they would talk so badly about, but then I'd see them around certain like black nationalists, and I'd always wonder like, oh, well, why is that person like, yo, that's such a bad person? Like, why are they? And I always wonder like on this side, on which side of the freedom fight are a lot of people on, and is America on? Because we always like to position ourselves as the leader of the free world. And it seems like every single conflict that we get into, there's always like a moral bow wrapped around it in order to justify and make Americans feel good about the war that we're entering in.
Yeah.
It makes me question a lot.
What was the guy that was it a track runner that was kicking it with Germany and it was a black dude and he said he was treated better in Germany than he was that through you? Jesse Owens. Okay. Kind of like that situation like that, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, how is he kicking it with him? But then, and he says he was treated with the utmost respect, but then we're told such different positioning when it comes to the person he was kicking it with. So it does make you want to, or even, oh, damn, my bad. But even, when we think about 9/11 and what that revealed, but, what's his name? The Osama. And when the letter that you said that they had wrote gave us a little bit more background about like where they felt our allegiance was and why shit was kind of turned the way it was turned. So it's just like you really start seeing the other side story as well too, to see how this conflict got to where it gets. And it does seem like America does a good job about telling you where they stand, but also telling you where the other side stands. And therefore we typically just don't really do too much research about it. But now it's just like, damn, y'all done lied to us so many times. Every time y'all tell us y'all got a problem with somebody, we go fact check the shit just to make sure what bullshit we on. Now he gonna have everybody on, Venezuela on BS and they on demon time or whatever bullshit they on. And then now we looking at it, we researching it. We're like, bruh, this is not, no, you can't keep doing this. And so I'm beyond Am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised, but I am beyond. I'm taken back to how dumb the American people are seen by these politicians.
How dumb the Americans, say it again.
Like I'm taken back by how these politicians will, how they frame this shit looks so bad. Like, I don't know if this is just a generational thing where they just got so used to just giving, a motherfucker a lollipop like 50 years ago, and we just there was no pushback. But us getting a little older now, where we're just so much more involved in politics. Like, at what point was y'all handing this shit out? I guess everybody was just buying whatever America was telling.
Yeah. I think that it's different around the world. Like, even I was watching this documentary on, I think it was Pakistan, and they were interviewing a lot of the people there. I think it was Pakistan, where they were saying that where Osama bin Laden was killed, and they were talking to a lot of the people there, and I'm hoping that I'm recalling correctly, would it be in Pakistan? But they were talking to a lot of the people there, and their views on like Osama bin Laden was totally different. Like, they didn't believe a lot of the things, like, to the point where I'm not even sure they believed that he actually did 9/11. So, you know what I mean? Like, so a lot of this stuff, it's just like, wait, what? I never even considered that. Now, not to say that he didn't do it, but the fact that it never even entered my mind to question, wait, maybe they just set him up to do that, just like I think they set up Harvey Lee Oswald to take the hit for JFK's assassination. It's like a lot of this stuff. And then you start looking into like Malcolm X, and it's like, wait, they locked up the wrong people. Like, it was pretty clear that they locked up the wrong people, and they just let this person just sitting here. And then they all these different things you start to question and wonder, like, oh, wait, what? MLK, like the civil lawsuit, like the government was actually found guilty of killing MLK. Like, similarly, like, all these things come out, and it makes you question everything else. It makes you question the legitimacy of everything else. Let's not act like what happened with JFK is not impacting how we look at the Charlie Kirk situation. We don't have answers for any of this stuff. And then we watch shows like Maya got me watching this Diplomat show, and you got presidents doing this and doing that, and it makes you wonder, similar to a show like Scandal.
I was just about to say Scandal.
Is it just sensationalizing what really happens? Is it really hyperbole? Or is this just a reflection of exactly what's going on in our politics?
Damn, it's just scary to think that it's actually possible to not be as far-fetched as we always thought. Like, when we watch Transformers, we're like, yeah, okay, cool. We don't even think, but it's just like, damn, hold up. Now we starting to look at certain movies and shit and be like, yo, is this really the play? Like, what's going on? Yeah, for a lot of foreshadowing and a lot of stuff like that. It's just wild to me how who's standing for this shit? Like, who's just sliding? Amazing how they moving with this shit, bro.
Yeah. We and like you said, like you mentioned the Jesse Owens situation, and it's like, imagine a man living in, like, hearing about Nazi Germany, still deciding to go over,
which is wild.
You know what I mean? Like, almost like, wait, bro, you about to go to those Olympics?
Yeah.
And he said that Hitler, I think the exchange was more so like Hitler standing up and waving to him, like showing him some love, I guess, when he, had a great performance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's believed, I don't know if this is an actual quote or how official it is. It's hard to tell. Now we question everything. But he said Hitler didn't snub me. It was Roosevelt who snubbed me. And he's talking about the president.
Mm-hmm.
And when, imagine from Jesse Owens' mindset where he goes to Nazi Germany, he can stay in the hotels, he can eat in the restaurants. You're treated like a celebrity athlete. Honestly, I don't even know why he came back. He should have brought the family over there. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying?
Low key.
So it's just, but then, this is the worst man in the world and the worst country in the world. You're getting treated like that compared to when you go back home.
You're
not going to get shown any love by your president. You're not going to get invited to the White House. You're not going to get any acknowledgement. You can't eat at the same restaurants or eat in the same places. you know, you got to get your food in the back, all these different things. All like nobody's morally like clean in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why, like America, we like to, like, you're not going to bully us into thinking that we got to look at Hitler a certain type of way and the Nazis because of what he did to your people, when you're not looking at America perhaps the same way or another country for what they did to another group of people.
That's true, Doc. That's
Like,
a
you're
good
not
point.
going to force me into seeing your struggle as more than mine. Like, just like, you know, a lot of people say that about slavery. A lot of people say it about whatever else. But look, you're not going to force me into having compassion, empathy, or I should say sympathy. I'll have empathy because I'm always going to seek that understanding. But you're not going to force me to think bad of somebody. Like, you're not going to determine how I look at Hitler, Stalin, or any of these other people. You know, so that's how I look at it.
Yeah, and that's fair. And 2025 that's just where it's at now.
Yeah, yeah. And sticking to that, I know yesterday we talked about white identity, and a lot of the things that Nick Fuentes is standing on. We had another video from Nick, but we're not going to play that one unless it we'll see how this goes. But I wanted to show this video because it almost, like, I'm realizing that a lot of these ads, and I know we played one of this Texas lady, I forget the Spanish lady that was running for Congress or running for something, where she was like, yeah, we're going to get rid of all the dirty Muslims. And you look at it, it's like, yo, is this satire? Like, you almost think it's fake. But a lot of this stuff is real. It's being presented to us as a real thing. And I came across this video, and I'm just going to play it.
Oh, is this the one from Texas?
Is she from Texas? I don't even know if she's from Texas.
Okay, I can tell.
Andrea Lucas. Let's see what it says. She's the chair of Advancing Colorblind Equality Merit. I don't know if she's from Texas.
Okay, maybe it's not her.
Yeah, but the one that I'm talking about is from Texas. The other one, the one that.
Oh, maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I was on Twitter where she says off the chain shit.
Yeah, that's her.
She's like, we're gonna get these dirty immigrants out of here. And isn't she like Hispanic?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I saw.
Yeah, that's the proper term, Hispanic. All right, take a look at this though.
I'm Andrea Lucas, chair of the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Are you a white male who's experienced discrimination at work based on your race or sex? You may have a claim to recover money under federal civil rights laws. Contact the EOC as soon as possible. Time limits are typically strict for filing a claim. The EOC is the federal agency charged with enforcing federal anti-discrimination law against businesses and other private sector employers. The EOC is committed to identifying, attacking, and eliminating all forms of race and sex discrimination, including against white male applicants and employees. Check out eoc.gov to learn more and read our one-page explainer about DEI-related discrimination.
Oh, that's DEI. They switched up.
Nah, you want me to play it? You got what was happening?
I saw the provoking of, like, especially white male.
She's saying that DEI practices are
the
racist.
problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what she's
Okay.
saying. She's saying, like, if you're a white male and you've experienced discrimination, you know, reach out. And I mean, like,
yeah, so critical thinking got it. What I was kind of thinking. So they basically just gonna hit the rebrand of the DEI, like this the new DEI.
Well,
to make it
new
back.
DEI is no DEI, then I guess you could say that.
Yeah, and the people, and if especially white people bring it back. So now they like, yeah, we looking to get y'all back where y'all like where it should be, not these DEI motherfuckers. Like let me
maybe I missed the last part. Hold on.
But
I think we're saying the same thing, but I just want to make sure.
Discrimination, including against white male applicants and employees. Check out eoc.gov to learn more and read our one-page explainer about DEI-related discrimination.
Yeah, they're talking about DEI related.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so pretty much, what does DEI do? You know, a lot of times it may give certain opportunities to people based on things outside of just merit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's other factors that are considered. So therefore, I mean, I mean, do they got a point? I mean, bro, I'm not even gonna ask you. I'll just say it first. They got a point, bro.
How do you even prove shit like this? Like, how do they prove that?
Well, they had scores. Like, you had to keep up with certain scores of hiring a certain amount of diversity in your office. So, like, it's not I don't think that this is something that's hidden. These are things that are reported. That's why a lot of women benefit more from it than men, because especially when you have the woman and you can get the black or whatever race that they are, then you get two. You know what I mean?
So
you get the women that add to your score, or that, it's just like the minority-owned businesses or the women-owned businesses. There's no white man-owned business, giving out grants and stuff like that, or where you're able to register as that type of business, because it's looking out for the people that are seen as the minorities or the groups that have been discriminated against.
Yeah. It makes sense though.
Yeah. I just don't like any of the whole. I just don't think that it works. I don't think that it makes any sense. I don't think that it benefits anybody other than just merit. I understand from, initially what a lot of before it was DEI and it was affirmative action. I understand the intent from the beginning because things were so lopsided, but I think we've gotten to a point now where it's actually hindering the growth of the country.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
Yeah, I don't personally blame what was done then, but just an upgrade.
Yeah.
Upgrade on policy, upgrade on tradition, upgrade on, there are many things that could use this type of upgrade.
Yeah.
We don't have to stop. We don't have to stop here.
Yeah. And that's more, and I'm only speaking about from really government agencies, because like, that's the only legit argument that you could have with a lot of this stuff, or that I'm not even going to say it's legit, but argument that I can see being made. Because if if I own a company, I'm hiring whoever I want.
Yeah, like how I'm gonna go put my neck out there, and then now you telling me how I got to move.
Yeah, I'm hiring whoever I want, and if I don't hire you, then that's an opportunity for you to go start a business with other people that I may not hire as well, and y'all can become a competitor. That's how I look at it. If somebody doesn't want to hire me, like, that's perfectly fine. They can hire all white people. They can hire all women. I can hire all men. I can hire all white people. I can hire whoever I want to hire. Like, people jumping in and giving scores, like, and what happens is some companies probably fed into it and said, all right, we'll participate in this program. And then it made other companies look bad. And that's how that thing just starts to build and grow. But
yeah, I was going to ask you, at what point, when they were making these decisions, what point did it make it, like, think about what you're saying. It seems like such the obvious answer when we're speaking, like, I guess when you're looking at every race, color, gender equal, right? So I guess at what point, what would you say was the reason behind answering things or responding to what things were at that point in time with policies and structure like this?
Well, first and foremost, I don't think that any politician does anything, or very few politicians do things just because they believe that they're the good thing to do. You know what I mean? Just the honorable, decent thing to do. I think that there's always something in there where these politicians are either gaining something on the back end, or something that we're just not aware of, or it, being something else. They're doing this and acting as if they're doing it for this reason, but it's really to appease this other thing or this other group. So I think that initially, obviously when you have segregation, that when you desegregate, there's going to be, a lot of prejudices there where people don't feel comfortable working. So I think initially, I can't, why it's hard for me to speculate, because when you actually look at segregation and what desegregation did was it really just destroyed Black communities. It destroyed all the Black businesses. And that's Black people are to blame for that. In my opinion, nobody else, because you think of the white businesses, you think of the white water, you think of anything associated with white people as being superior to what you have. So then what happened? Now that Black doctor that you used to go to, they may work in a white office. You know what I'm saying? A white doctor's office, that black grocery store that you used to go to, that black hospital that you used to go to, that black whatever bank that you used to go to. What it really ends up happening is now that there's desegregation, now you're no longer forced to unite and support your own community. Now you could just shop freely. Now, I think that people should be able to shop freely, but I just think that black people need to have or should have had more self-esteem when it came to instead of giving up the ownership that we have in a lot of these places and running to work for somebody else. I think that we could have been a bit more on point when it comes to that.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, but to each their own, you know?
Yeah. Just
and now hold on. So this is so Vaughn said, no, Dak, they burnt Black Wall Street. So the no Dak, okay. So what, they burnt Black Wall Street? You know what people in Tulsa, Oklahoma, this is why you got to go places. You know what people in Tulsa, Oklahoma told me when I went there? They said that, yeah, they burnt Black Wall Street, but that wasn't what destroyed Black Wall Street. That all those businesses built back their businesses. All the businesses that were destroyed on Black Wall Street, this is what the Tulsans said, that they built up Black Wall Street again. But the problem was not the fact that they burned it down, because that could have actually served as a rallying cry. And for a lot of other people and groups, it would have served as a rallying cry. You burnt our stuff down, that's a rallying cry to now double down and support. But when they built back those businesses, the people were supporting the white businesses. Once desegregation happened, they no longer wanted to support those businesses. So we'll look at Black Wall Street and what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we'll blame white people for destroying Black Wall Street. But there was a Black Wall Street in every single city, bro. This is what people don't realize. Think about it. You were forced to have a Black Wall Street. When you force Black people to only shop in their own businesses, which is supporting and recirculating the dollar within the community, now you're forced to generate your own economy, to have a boom in Black Wall Street. That's why financially we were doing a lot better then than we are now, because we were forced to support ourselves, compared to now when our dollar enters the community, it's already gone. It's already out of the community before we even get the money in our hands. So it's, yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people are just not aware of that, but we'll sit around here and blame white people for burning down Black Wall Street. No, blame us. We didn't support the businesses. There was a Black Wall Street in Chicago, Delaware, like all these different places. There were Black Wall Streets, bro. You're going to blame Tulsa, Oklahoma on all of them?
Okay.
Like it's just, this is the difference between.
I didn't know that about that they rebuilt it and we didn't support it. I didn't know that.
This is the difference between a democratic, liberal-minded way of looking at the world and saying, I don't care about what any of these politicians. Like, I'm responsible for the decisions that I make. Like, bro, Black people not supporting Black, like, how could they destroy Black? Like, stop it, bro. Nothing has been destroyed in the Black community that Black people didn't play a hand in that I can think of. And if you can give me some examples, then please feel free. This is a limiting mindset, bro. We think that we're doing Black people a favor, in my opinion, by blaming everything on everybody else. But all it does is show the weakness. Like it forces you to embrace the level of weakness. It reminds me of, and I wanted to address yesterday, somebody wrote the comment that slavery was a choice. We don't need to get into that. But I think how you feel about that says a lot about what type of person you are. Just how you answer that question and how you see that. So, yeah, you can blame white people for destroying Black Wall Street. They destroyed Tulsa, Oklahoma. So therefore, that's what destroyed the Black economy. Cool. If that's what you want to do, cool. To each their own. To each their own. But I don't know. Yeah. Let's but the main point that I wanted to make with this video was that this is what all of this racialized way of doing things creates, bro.
This is the propaganda, the BS that gets everybody going again.
It's just a cycle, bro. We have to get back to a place of just giving people opportunities based on merit. That's the only way to do stuff. Other than that, you know, it's just going to always lead to stuff like this, where every group is going to eventually feel like it's their turn to get discriminated. Like they're looking at the situation not moving in their favor. Now we're getting discriminated. You're literally using discrimination to try to, it's like solving a problem like throwing more fire on the fire to stop the fire. Like it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's only going to spread, and eventually that fire is going to show up at your door.
Yeah, I like what Bowling said. I buy local. I don't give a fuck what color they ask. I support local business. That's
it. Like, why can't it just be that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
Like, yo, support your people, your community, your village, your tribe, whatever that is. And the problem is just don't base it on a tribalist mindset based on just race. That's what I would suggest. But to each their own. People can do whatever they want. People can do whatever they want. All right, let's move on. What's the next video that we got? We already played. Oh, we missed that Thomas Massey video. All right, so this is the situation that I wanted to discuss. I watched it. Oh man, I thought we weren't gonna have another Nick video, but hopefully this won't be one that anybody has an issue with. But this is a video of Nick Fuentes discussing Candace Owens. And I'm not sure if how locked in you've been with this whole discussion, BK.
Well, I don't really be catching Nick because he on Rumble. I don't really be seeing the Rumble.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah. But as far as pertaining to Candace Owens and her conversation with Tim Pool.
Well, give me just a little background of what's the smoke. You've always told me he got smoked with her and he acts super extra with her, but like, what's the beef from? Because don't they both fuck with Ye? And like, I thought they was kind of on their own. We gonna build our own platform shit. So what's the smoke?
I think it's just a lot of probably competition. And then with the competition, it may lead to egos coming into play. And then when Nick Fuentes, or people kept requesting for Nick to be on Candace's show, in Nick's mind, he feels like Candace didn't really want him on the show. And then when she actually brought him on the show, the conversation seemed to be more of like an ambush or not just having a good faith conversation. It seemed like just looking at it, I like both of them, but just looking at it, it looked like Nick went into it, how he goes into a lot of these conversations with good faith and hoping that they can have a good conversation. And to a lot of, even with the point that Pierce made, to the point where Pierce called him out and said, hey, your energy is usually different on your show than when you sit down with somebody. And when you sit down with somebody, you're more gracious. He said all these things. So Nick went into it just like that. And then, Candace, she pushed back against certain things when it comes to Nick. I think that Candace was looking down on Nick in the conversation. And if I had to blame somebody for ruining that conversation, I would say Candace. Now,
okay. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to anything after that, Nick clearly, like, how you're in a situation where you're trying to do the right thing and you're trying to just have a good convo. But I think a lot of the resentment started to come into play after they did their interview, because Nick was probably getting pissed off, probably looking at a lot of the comments, looking at a lot of the feedback, and probably getting a lot of justification on the feelings and thoughts that he already had on it based on everybody else's comment, which made him get even more upset. So I think that just set the tone for the trajectory of them to have this beef that they have.
And where does Candace stand on addressing that beef?
I think Candace acts like she didn't do anything wrong, acts like she had good intent when it comes to their conversation. And Candace is slick, bro. Candace is slick, man. She's sharp and she's slick. And I think that I think that she didn't want to interview him. She got kind of bullied by her fans into interviewing him. And when she got him on the show, she didn't like him for whatever, past dealings they have. And it came out in the show.
Okay. And so what do you know why maybe Candace said just she didn't fuck with him? Like what does she represent versus what he represents? Like they're not on the same type of time?
They are to a certain degree, but I think what ends up happening with somebody like Nick is, let's say like on the situation with Israel, Candace will call out Israel and has been calling out Israel. And she'll say certain things regarding Jewish people, but she doesn't seem to make it seem like it's a Jewish problem. She'll make it seem like Jewish people may think she's the problem because of the things that she says about Israel. But Nick just calls out, no, Jewish people are the problem. And he'll more so relate it to the overall aspect of Jewish culture. So when you have somebody like Nick who's getting canceled and facing a lot of problems from this for the last 10 years, he's been calling this out. And then you get Candace, who just recently started calling it out, and she doesn't go to the extent of calling it out that Nick does, he's going to feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, you're grifting off of my type of energy, but you're not willing to go all the way there and say what's actually happening. You're hiding behind criticizing Israel, but a lot of your actual criticism, Nick probably believes, is for Jewish people and Jewish culture in general. So I think that's where the rift is between them. Yeah. Now, Nick,
what do you think about that? Do you think this is a justified situation, like, or are they just really tripping?
I think they both tripping. I think that, well, let me say this. I think that Nick is tripping in a different way. I don't think that Nick's wrong. I think Candace was wrong. I think Candace was wrong, and I think Nick uses, I don't want to say he uses her being wrong, but I think based on the fact that Nick feels that he was mistreated, now he uses Candace as the opportunity to double down on Black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like, he's saying, like, this is where the conversation was going, even with this video that I'm getting ready to show you. Like, Tim Pool is somebody that has called Candace out, and he's called her, you know, different names. Not really, he didn't even call her, like Nick would call her, like, the B word. But Tim Pool, I think, was mostly going at her character, not necessarily name calling. And I may be wrong on that. He did say some names, but just as I'm thinking about it, it seemed like he was just real pissed off at, he feels like she's grifting this whole Charlie Kirk situation and putting a lot of the other influencers at risk for getting called out as feds or whatever else. Doesn't matter. But she has been calling Tim Pool the F word, F-A-G, you know, G-O-T. She's been calling him that, and she's been calling him the B word. And, you know, here you have Candace Owens, a woman, calling Tim Pool a B. And I looked at a tweet the other day that she wrote, or an X post, and it made me feel uncomfortable, bro. And it made me feel uncomfortable because when women use that type of language with men, it's almost like a bullying tactic. Like, I see you as some,
Because you know ain't really, what's the response to it? Like, what's the retaliation?
Right. You know that nothing can be done. So that just makes me look at your character like it's almost, I don't know if that associates you with being a grifter, but it's like you're taking advantage of the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rules are, you can't speak to me like that.
Yeah.
Because I can't speak to you like that. And in any other situation where if there's a man calling another man and either of these two words, there's an expectation for some type of physical altercation that could potentially occur. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's the threat of, like, okay, I may have to defend myself in a physical way. If you can't just call somebody like these type of names, but with a woman, I just feel like, yeah. And Sean wrote Tim Pool is a B. That's cool. Tim Pool may be one, but I don't think that a woman should be calling him that. I stand on that. Like, there's nothing that there's no way that you grew up around men, solid men, in my opinion, solid male leadership, and you feel comfortable calling another man or calling a man a B. That's just me. I may be totally wrong, maybe old school. You could say that's misogynist. You call it whatever you want. That's what I stand on, bro. It shouldn't be tolerated. And let's listen to what Nick had to say about it. Let's listen. I think this is the right video.
You know, Candace is calling Tim Pool a faggot.
Oh, man.
It's one thing if a man calls Tim Pool a faggot. I don't want to hear women.
Yeah, it's all good. Damn, man. I should have played the edited one. It is what it is.
Women calling men faggots. That's disgusting. And honestly, George Farmer needs to put his wife in her place. Could you imagine your wife has a show in the first place, then your wife is emasculating other men? Tim Pool, by the way, say what you want about him. This guy has been shot at. And I hate to say it because me and Tim Pool have not had a good relationship and we disagree on a lot of things. But Tim Pool actually faces the music. He's out there. He was out there facing Antifa 10 years ago as a citizen journalist. He's out there at his compound getting shot at. And he doesn't back down. When he gets shot at, he doesn't go and shrivel up and complain. Who are you? You're somebody's wife? You're some woman? He's a faggot. He's not gay, but he's a pussy. Oh my goodness. Women should not feel so comfortable talking about men like that in public, especially men that are not their husbands. A married woman is going out and attacking other men like this, mouthing off to other men. If I were Tim Pool, I would say, hey, George, can I beat the fuck out of your wife, or are you going to do it? What kind of man will entertain that? What kind of man should even be expected to entertain that? You're a public figure. You're a man. Some black woman is attacking your masculinity. You're going to sit there and argue? It's like, hey, George, can I slap your wife, or are you going to do your job? And I'm not encouraging violence against women, but that's totally out of line.
What?
That is totally inappropriate. And that is part of the problem. It's that women have no accountability. They talk like men, they have jobs like men, they lead like men, but unlike men, no accountability.
Go ahead, Glay.
The should I slap her, hit her, and then at the end, but I'm not pushing no violence. It's crazy. Yeah. Hello?
What you thinking?
I mean, I agree. Everything outside the slapping shit is crazy.
Yeah, and this is a lot of his problem, bro. This is a lot of his problem, bro. You know you can't say certain things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I punch her? You can't say that. Like, there's different ways to say certain things or to get the same point across. Because everything that you said before that, I was rocking with.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is a great example of a clip where, see, this is where I think the maturity will eventually set in, but it's just not there. It's just not there right now. And a lot of people may not find anything wrong with what he just said. A lot of people may not find anything wrong, but you're turning off people, and people have forgotten the point that you actually were making based on you just saying those two things.
Yeah. He could have kept that a lot more elevated, a lot more we got the message. You didn't have to wedge it in there. You know what I mean? Like, we got the message. It's clear. And I think a lot of men and even women would understood that position, but hitting that, bust that left turn and start, should I slap her? Should I beat her? I'm like, bro, come on, man.
If I show a video, so I'm not even going to show a video. It's so wild because he knows as well. Like, you know how we talk about, like, is he aware of how this is going to come across? You know how this is going to come across. You know that this is going to come across exactly the way that we're dissecting it. I almost wish that I could play this particular video or this particular show. For the first maybe 95% of the video, it was this type of energy. I'm not saying that he was talking about beating people up, but it was this type of aggressive energy, him hitting that black, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You feel it. You know what I'm saying? When somebody says the word, it's like, damn, you ain't even have to say anything with it. Like, damn, you got a problem with that word? You know what I mean? Black, like this black woman. The last 5% of the show, everything that he said was like, it seemed like, yeah, well, ultimately, I just want us to live together in harmony and peace, and us to be. I'm like, damn, where, like, you're gonna miss. Nobody's gonna watch this part, bro. Nobody's gonna watch this part. And I was getting ready to play that part, but it's a little bit longer, and I don't want to. We'll play that. Hopefully, y'all could just take my word for it, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, because once you say something like this, nothing else matters in that conversation. But yeah, it's I thought that this was one of those things where you can make a point, but then you just
F-word this,
you bring
that.
it to a certain place. But
yeah,
he'll I guess either he'll continue to, or he'll learn and mature and adapt, or he'll just lock himself into a certain group of people that are following him.
Yeah, I see what Finn says. It's dangerous rhetoric to vulnerable minds. Just my opinion, and I I agree. Like we have to lead men in a direction where we understand that although we have, although our goal is to earn power and to lead, there comes a level of responsibility to do that. And when we see these type of childish ways in addressing certain things, it's like that's not the new, like we're not going to make that the new wave, that overly emotional, not caring what you say and how it hits certain people's stuff. Like I understand it to an extent, but it's just like you ain't got to step on everything in the path to get to your destination. And so I think that's where, this is where probably a lot of people have these torn beliefs or these torn opinions on him. Because like you say, the message is there. But at the same time, I don't give Nick Fuentes no fucking ribbon for saying obvious shit that me and you talk about regularly all the time.
You got to give him a ribbon.
You do?
You got to give him a ribbon because you and me may talk about it, but we don't talk about it. Maybe on this is why I'm gonna say you got to give him a ribbon. I don't care what you give him, but I think there's got to be a recognition of what he actually is saying and recognize that a lot of people aren't willing to say it, and that is why we are in the position where we are in today. When he said all those things about women don't want accountability, want to jump out here, that's no different than the things that Kev Samuels have said, where women want the power of men, the privilege of women, and the accountability of children. And we got to a point like this by having a lot of, and obviously we don't have the full context of this, but what he was referring to is a lot of these dads that are just pandering and not leading as men, but wanting to be friends and wanting to be liked, and this poor male leadership that you and I have talked about over and over and over. So we don't hear a lot of people talking about this. The fact that grown men are okay with Candace maybe using those type of words, what do we think that's going to ultimately lead to?
No, I'm not saying that men agree with that. So what you're saying is he deserves a ribbon because there aren't a lot of people saying the stuff we're all saying?
Because where are the 40, 50, 60, 70-year-olds weren't saying this. That's why we're looking at the world that we live in right now.
So we can't blame him for all the stuff that comes with it then.
What I'm saying is that he needs to mature in his delivery. If he doesn't need, let me be very clear, he doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't need to do anything. He can do whatever he wants. But what I perhaps just wish that he matured in his delivery and understood that, hey, if the goal is to change society, let's say if the goal is to get, we look at society right now and we look at women have been, allowed to get away with everything. And just like a kid that's spoiled and allowed to get away with everything, it impacts the adult that they turn into, right? So it's the same thing. If you're pointing out that problem and looking to address that problem, then address that problem in the most effective way, rather than to just turn off people to where they don't even remember the problem that you were addressing because they just are so shocked in a way by the rhetoric that you're using. Let's be very clear. To Finn's point, it's dangerous rhetoric to vulnerable minds, just my opinion. You are 100% correct. However, the reason why there's vulnerable minds that want to hear a voice like Nick or maybe drawn to this is because we do have a problem when it comes to how we've raised women in our society, in my opinion. We have encouraged women to go out there and do whatever it is that they can do no wrong, that they can talk to whoever it is. This is the same victimhood mentality. It happens with Black people. It happens with all these different groups that they want to appease and want to and encourage them to be victims. It happens across the board.
Yeah.
So I think that I think that critique him for the other stuff, but I'm not saying you got to give him a ribbon. But if you're going to critique him for one thing, there's nothing wrong with critiquing and there's nothing wrong with giving credit. In my opinion. I mean, just me.
Yeah.
Just me. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. So there's different parts of it. There's different parts of the conversation, but I just wish this is where, and perhaps this is just a wake-up call for a lot of us who may not feel that we need to take on a certain leadership position, but maybe this is a wake-up call for us to take on or to see ourselves as leaders in whatever position that we're in whatever setting that we're in, whether we're on the job, whether we're at home, it doesn't matter, whatever role that we're in, you can take on a leadership position, especially, I don't know if this comes across, but especially as a man. And I think that whatever, however it sounds. But I even think back to who was one of the person with the most respect when you were in elementary school that you can think of at your school. Now, it's kind of a tough question to ask because you don't know where I'm going.
Say it one more time.
One of the who was maybe an unlikely person in elementary school for you that you had a lot of respect for? Like, or now as you grow older, you see that, oh, I had a lot more respect from that person when I was younger than perhaps a lot of people respect that person based on their job and profession as we get older. I don't expect you to get
Okay.
it. Yeah, but think about how you thought about the custodian or the janitor. I'm not sure, whichever,
Oh, yeah, I remember janitor. Yeah.
You think about it, like I think back to all my janitors, and when they said something, or if they, gave you a certain look, and if they said, hey, that wasn't their job. I think we just gave them a certain amount of respect. And I just say that to say, like, in every single role, you don't have to be a CEO to represent and be the change in whatever leadership position or whatever role that you want to, or that you're in. You can lead in any role. And I think more of us need to take that on as a responsibility and take accountability for how we are leading in whatever role that we're in. So I hope that makes sense. It may not, but just wanted to point that out because we do have a leadership problem. Would you disagree or would you agree?
Yeah.
So, that leadership problem had to start from somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Let's move on. I got an actual. I want to share this video with y'all. Hold on. Should I play this? All right. I thought that this was a creative. Damn. Do I want to? I don't know where you want to go. I got a few different directions that we could take it. But is there anything else that you wanted to address with this situation?
No. It's just good boy. That boy. I see why he can't be on no YouTube. He always, F4. They got him out of there,
bro. Yeah, you can't. And that's the thing. I'm almost mad. I damn near after this episode, we may edit out that or something.
Doesn't it do it naturally? Like when you edit it and then it tells you where the issues are, and you could just delete them.
Yeah, but it'll give you it'll tell you that you can't monetize it or give you a strike first, and then you have to do that. So it's all good.
Oh well, just delete that whole. It's just Nick. It ain't worth all that.
Yeah. Take a listen to this. So this is what I thought was getting ready to be reported at the address to the nation yesterday. This is Tucker Carlson and Judge Napolitano. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Take a listen to this.
Is Trump going to start a war in Venezuela?
I don't know. I don't know when this program airs, the one that we're on right now. This thing's maybe live.
We're live now, and then it'll be posted immediately. So now,
my sense is, I don't know the answer. I've certainly been on the phone a lot about it. I have no power. I'm a podcaster, but I'm very interested. And so here's what I know so far, which is that members of Congress were briefed yesterday that a war is coming, and it'll be announced in the address to the nation tonight at 9:00 by the president. Who knows, by the way, if that will actually happen? I don't know. And I never want to overstate what I know, which is pretty limited in general.
Is Trump going to start a war in Venezuela?
What you think? So that's what I actually thought was getting ready to get reported yesterday. So the fact that it wasn't, I was happy about that. So that's one of those things that, looking at his speech, and I didn't even mean to go back to that necessarily, but I just saw the clip and wanted to play it for you guys. But we'll finish off with this video of
you got some Umar.
Yeah, well, we got a little bit. You'll see. You'll see. Is this how you're seeing the world, Glay?
Your son as a black man.
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 Black culture don't own me, won't let it control me. Back then, my biggest fear that black culture disowned me. But not now that they'll owe me. Black culture is phony. Black culture don't know me, but black black culture do owe me back all of the years from my youth, when I was lied to about what I can and can't do. Even through Jim Crow, that still was not true. Black business and prosperous schools, we let it go for a movement of rules. Turning to Marxists for fear of a news. Turns out all along it was communist Jews and communist whites and communist blacks. Destroying a nation, a full-blown attack. Created black culture through trends and fads, through television and marketing ads. Evil is not good and good is not bad, but sadly black culture's not telling you that. Sadly black culture is peddling cap. You hear it from Roland, you hear it in rap. Urban morning shows and barbershop chat.
All right, I ain't gonna play the whole thing for y'all, but I just thought that was a dope little creative video, man.
Yeah. Who was that guy?
I don't even know, man. I just found dude.
Mm-hmm.
I just found dude, but man, yeah, black culture don't own me. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, man. All right, one more video, then we getting out of here, Glay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we getting out of here. Hold on. Let me share this one instead. Actually, Glay, I think we'll hold that video. That's a little bit of a longer one.
Oh, that 6-minute one?
Yeah, so I don't want to play that one. Maybe we'll wrap it up today and then get back tomorrow, cover that video, have more of that discussion.
Oh yeah, Robert asked, "Dope, who made that?" Yeah, that was kind of dope.
Yeah, y'all I'll click the link. I'm always weird, sharing music. I'm like, I don't know if I should be playing this, if they feeling it, if they bored by it on the show. But I'll leave it for y'all in the chat, link to it. But I thought that it was dope. I thought it was a cool little vibe. Cool little vibe. But yeah, other than that, I guess we'll finish off today. Do us a favor, like, subscribe. We're gonna get into the most important part of our show. Yeah, you guys can click that link. Oh, let me put the Discord in as well. Yeah. How's the Discord been looking, Glay?
Yeah, I've been going in, chopping it up. I think I saw Abuhan enter the chat, a couple other cats. So I'll be trying to stay a little answer on your behalf. I also go through the comments and answer because I know you don't be on that stuff.
Yeah, I got to get better on the Discord. Like the Discord for me is still.
It's just not a common app we grew up using.
I don't even think about it.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I peeped that.
I don't even think about it. Yeah, I am looking forward to, and I already volunteered you as well. I may have told you about Paula doing an interview on her show. So we'll be on there. So that'll be good. Get us some across the pond love and be able to build on those combos. But
my camera's not working.
It's worked. Well, it was going in and out.
Yeah, because I'm doing that because there you go volunteering me for shit.
Come on, bro. You don't got to. You don't got to. You don't want to.
That's tomorrow, right?
No, that's not tomorrow. Tomorrow we're supposed to have. I got to reach out right after this. We're supposed to have the historian on for tomorrow. We'll see.
Hold on, who we gonna have to chop it off mic?
Yeah, historian.
I need to be briefed.
yeah, Ben Allison.
Okay. How you even know? Just on some online shit?
His pops actually reached out a while ago because he saw that we were doing the pods. And he said that his son is a historian, and he sent me a link to his son being on Fox News and discussing the issue between Israel and Palestine. So I was like, oh, this is his son. I was like, yeah, we want to bring him on the show. So I started talking to him.
He was on Fox News?
Texas. Yeah, he was on Fox News a few times.
Oh, shit. So he know what's up.
Fox News a few times.
So we got to have our questions prepared.
I mean, the questions already prepared, bro.
Okay, so chat, what y'all got for us?
Hold up, yeah. So tomorrow,
Yeah, chat. Let's get some questions that y'all will have.
I call them right now.
Fuck it, hit it with the JBP style.
Call him right. He be calling people right now.
He be calling people in the pod.
Hold on. I may put it on speaker.
Yeah. So yeah, chat. If y'all got if y'all got any questions, I'm a little new to this as well too, so I'm gonna definitely have some enticing questions, but I definitely want to keep y'all in the loop and make sure that we can answer y'all. So whether it be Discord or in the chat that day, please send your questions. We'd love to engage and have you guys involved. I know, right, Unc? You got to keep BK read in. Like, yeah, I got to be on my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think this would be dope, though. what we got going on. So he ain't pick up clearly.
Homie said he just texted me, said he'll call me in 3 minutes.
Okay.
But yo, what's his name? Yo, you saw what Abu Han wrote.
Well, I'll be home.
Ben Ellison. Nah, it's not Ben. He said Ben Ellison. He's Jewish. I already know. Nah, I don't know what he is, but his name is Allison. Allison. I don't know if that changes. I don't know like the whole Jewish.
Ellison. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't be knowing the whole Jewish names and like, you know, some people, I'll say a name and be like, oh yeah, they're Jewish. And I'm like, wait, what? Really? Like how? Like,
yeah.
I know Italian is usually ends with a vowel, right? A lot of Italian last names, they end with a vowel.
Well, black names end with a lot of vowel too, right?
I mean,
I never
Haitian, you're French, so that's.
I never forget what my teacher said, and I never forgot it. In second grade, she said that a lot of. In second grade, she said most black names have 3 syllables and end with an A.
Is this first names or last names?
First names.
Oh, I'm talking about last names.
Oh, last names. Okay, my bad.
You ain't gonna be able to tell somebody they Jewish on their first. Well, I guess certain names.
Yeah, Lucretia, like Jerina.
Yeah, but I'm talking about my last name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my shit. You know my shit from the white folks. So, and it's hyphenated. So
what you mean your last name from the white folks?
Well, Jean Pierre is French.
Jean Pierre's so. Hold up. So you carrying the name?
You know what, man? All right, man. Let's go in the box screen. Hey, Robert, he's doing it again. Robert, he doing it again. He trying to. I'm not going for the bait. So, guys, this is an important part of the show. We typically like to go in. One of our big brothers, big homie Steve's, taught us about. We do a 4-count breathe in. We're gonna inhale. Hold our breath for 4 seconds, and then we're gonna breathe out for 4 seconds, and we're gonna do that 4 times or 3 times. 4 times, and then we're gonna go from there. So if you find someplace quiet and peaceful, if you like to close your eyes, we'd love you to join us. If not, no biggie. But we're gonna go ahead and go right into it. So starting now and begin. Breathe in. Hold and out. All right, breathing in again. Hold out. All right, we got 2 more sequences. Breathing in. And we should be breathing in through the nose or the mouth, Dak. Breathe in through the nose. Hold. And out. All right. And this is the last one here. So let's make it our best one. You want to breathe in. Hold. All right, on this last push, we're going to push out all the negative energy. It's the end of the week. We're going to push all that negative energy, get it all out there. All right.
Great ball. Yeah, Glay. Yeah, I feel good, baby.
Oh, it's nose. Okay, Steve, thank you. It's nose. In through the nose, guys, and out through the mouth. So
I feel good, though. I feel good. Ben gave you a C.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Hey, we passed, bro. Hey, William and Marion, see, we walking out feeling we high-fiving like, yo, we got it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I never got hip to college grading scale until summer Spanish. I think, were you in that class? You was in that class when we all were in Spanish class in the summer, and I received a 60, and I was like, damn, I failed. And then I remember the teacher telling me, y'all, I passed with a 60 in college, and I didn't know that there was a difference between the grading scale in high school and in college. And so I got so excited because I knew that gave me 10 more points to be able to F some shit up and still be able to pass. So I definitely thought that was pretty funny and title. Let's see. Robert, shout out to you, Robert. Robert, you always showing love, man. We can't thank you enough to being part of the community and contributing. Happy birthday, Dak's mom. Absolutely, man. All of y'all definitely give Miss Caldwell an exciting words, some excitement in the chat. Obviously, we love Mama so much. She means so much to us. She's been a huge impact in my life as well. I don't think I've ever seen a mother just be so empowering, so excited, so funny. She's just a light to be around, and I've always appreciated seeing her from my moments in college when she'd drive down from Jersey until now when we go on long trips together and the whole car is fighting and arguing. It's the best excitement. So shout out to Ms. Caldwell. She's done a great job as a mother, and we can't thank her enough to continuing to support us and being alongside us as me and Dak continue to grow.
Mom Dukes, man. Hold on, man. Let me get Mom Dukes back on the screen, man. If that's okay. If that's okay.
So shout out to you, Robert. Thank you.
Let me get Mom Dukes. Oh, I can't even do it like that. All right, well, I can't. All right. Never mind. I tried to bring you back on the screen, Ma. They trying to hold you down. It is what it is. But happy birthday, all that amazing stuff. We're gonna celebrate. We'll put the videos and the pics from the celebration in the Discord. That's what we do now, right? Shout out to Finn.
Oh, yeah. Fact.
And appreciate you, big bro. Appreciate that for sure. Nobody else gave my mother any money?
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, well. All right. Sounds good. So back in, logged in tomorrow, bright and early. Don't forget, we want you guys to subscribe to Black Guy in the Corner also. Right?
Yes. Well, yeah. So we got the other page as well. You guys will kind of see it. Yeah, we got the Black Guy in the Corner. I'll pull it up next time, so I'll have a link. So just make it easy for them.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of collabs he does on his page for both of them. So definitely tap into both. You know, you always got to have a backup in case they get funny with this shit. We got some shit in the backside. So BGIC, I think it is, right?
BGTIC. Come on,
BGTIC. My bad. I'm just speeding
through.
Know,
Black Guy. BGITC, I guess. BGITC. That sounds
see, Cass was so quick
to
get it.
Bro. Can we wrap it up?
Huh?
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah. We
wrap it up because you're gonna get me going.
All right. All right.
What we come here to do: elevate on purpose, challenging ourselves, become the best leaders we can become, and growing into the people that we know we need to grow into in order to accomplish these amazing goals that we set for ourselves. Strength and honor, onward and upward. Let's get to the bag. Let's make sure that we're focused on all the things that are going to lead us to make the positive impact that we want to make on this world that we like to call our personal legend. So when I say what's in your bag, those are the things that we're focusing on that serve as our compass, our North Star, our guardrails in a lot of ways. And those things for me are peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, and in everything we do, integrity. And of course, we got to have the balance. So on that note, I guess we'll see y'all tomorrow, bright and early at 8:02, maybe around 8 a.m. We'll see y'all at 8 a.m. Glad, you got anything else?
That's it, man. I'll holler at y'all in the Discord.
All right, we'll see y'all.